Hi, this is Tony at Casa Esmeralda. Thank you for those who have liked and subscribed. Hit that like button down below. And today I'm just going to get into what I like to grow and what I like to eat this time of year. It's fall, autumn, it's windy outside. Well, let's just go take a look a little bit. And we can take a look out the window here. And the winds are blowing lightly down in the valley. Maybe we can open up a door or window here. Yeah, it's blowing outside, and I'm contemplating there's going to be winter days when I will possibly not want to go outside, and it will be worse. It will get worse on my e-bike. But anyways, I still have to go walk the goats and things like that. But let's get into the video, the filming of today, and then I wanted to talk about some things that I grow and some things I like to eat this time of year. And if you were on my social media, my private social media, I made lasagna. So now let's get into this. This is called a persimmon, or in Italian they call this a kaki. If you buy this in the grocery store, because I've been to a lot of grocery stores, I've seen these, and it does not look like this in a grocery store at all. Okay, so let's cut this open. See that? This is what a persimmon is supposed to look like. So as you can see, the inside, it looks like a jello-y, orangey color. And this is absolutely, it's like basically trying natural jello and orange and sugar. It's absolutely, absolutely delicious. So I'm going to have a persimmon now. And then after I'll go do the goats. Anybody want a persimmon? My dogs are here. That is what a persimmon is supposed to be. So try to grow a persimmon tree and pick it right from the tree, because the ones in the grocery store, they never get ripe like this, ever. And that's why I never bought them. And if you go into Whole Foods in America or in Canada or somewhere, or possibly England, they're expensive. I mean, you're going to be paying a few fingers a pound for this. Not just like one or two or something like that, but a few fingers a pound or a kilo for one of these. Or even one of them will probably cost you like $1 or $2. So and my dogs like them too. So I got 100 on a tree growing here. Unfortunately, the way technology is going, I was able to do filming before without an internet connection down in my fruit grove. And yesterday, so I took the laptop down there, and it was asking me, yeah, get an internet connection, get an internet. So I couldn't do any filming, and I wanted to film the tree because I have this beautiful persimmon tree by my natural well, and I never have to water the tree all year long, and it just grows. And there's also my Nespoli, my Italian locust plum tree, which is really nice. So they're kind of side by side, and I never have to water them because the roots are just right down there in the natural spring well. So you guys want some? Giuseppe? You want some? Get a dog reaction here. Did you like that? Bruno, you want a persimmon? No. Come here. Oh, we got Frida. She likes them too. So, Bruno, you want a persimmon? Come here, sweetie. Ooh. No, that's for Bruno. There you go. Those are good, huh? He's getting kind of a tail end of everything. So you guys had some yesterday. We had a whole bunch of persimmons yesterday. There's like about 100 on this one tree. It's getting very big. So I'm very happy that I have that tree growing there. And then when I moved in here, I also planted another persimmon tree, and that tree is about chin high now, and it produced me my first persimmon yesterday. So when you plant your fruit trees, because I'm into the permaculture thing, is that if I cut down a tree or something like that, I do plant other trees. And just like these ones out here, the pine trees and the hemlocks and the spruce, there are other trees now in the back property behind those ones going down and stuff. There's another 20 different trees growing anywhere from about 1 meter to 2 meter to 3 meters high. So that is the thing, is that if you're planting and you're growing food and things like that, create yourself a permaculture jungle or a tree forest, as some people call, and then you will always get stuff, delicious stuff like this, or even also like this. Just hold on. So this is another thing as I cleared my trail this morning, and this is Italian pine. And these leaves, you can make tea out of them. So that's what I had this morning when I normally sit down on the computer, check my emails and things like that. I make myself a nice Italian pine tea, pine needle tea. I just cut the leaves off here at the stems, and then I just add a little bit of water to my pot, and I let that sort of simmer boil, and all the sap and everything like that sort of comes out into the water. And then this is also good for you, for your heart, your blood, your organs, all sorts of things. So this, check it up online on the new research about pine needles and what pine needle can do for you. So I have an unlimited supply all winter long of just drinking pine needle tea, which is really great because I'm a very big fan of tea lovers, and I'm not sick or anything like that. So that's one thing. And then this one is like your autumn vitamin C, which is very good. I dream every year for this because even if I went into the store, I would never get a top quality persimmon. It's supposed to be mushy, it's supposed to be gooey, it's supposed to be jello-y, and all the sweetness and everything. And the only way you can get this is from the tree, as I said before. And then there's other things I like to do is harvest all my summer food, which is this. Ooh. Oh shoot. Oh. Oh. This is heavy. I'm gonna fall over. It's about 12 kilos. This is a Mediterranean pumpkin. So, yeah, this is a Mediterranean, 12 kilos here. For some people, this is heavy. So I'm gonna eat this natural raw because I cannot really grow carrots here unless I had a raised bed garden or something like that. I can grow carrots in pots, which I've done. And I planted carrots in the greenhouse. So I saved about, right now I have about 50 kilos of different types of squashes, actually 52. So this is 12, and I'll show you some more squashes. This is Hokkaido. Excuse me, I got itchy eye. This is a Hokkaido, and thank you, Ferdinand, in Austria, for giving me the seeds from this. And I did save some seeds again, and I roasted these seeds. The seeds to roasting these are just awesome. This is like a sweet pumpkin. It's sort of natural beyond sweet, and they don't grow very big, so they can fit in your fridge, which is nice. You know, you can just like, oh, I don't feel like eating all of it and things like that. While the other pumpkin and things like that, I have to figure out ways on how to fit this in my fridge, or I make sauces and things like that from it, or I just simply can it in some water and salt. So this is good. I really like these Hokkaido Japanese pumpkins. When I worked on the farm in Austria, they grew these ones for 3 years, and we got these seeds actually from another Austrian lady. And it grows vines, same thing, about 15 meters long. The other one I showed you, it'll grow like that pumpkin. It will grow vines of about 10 or 15 meters long. And then these ones, which is next, um, oh. So this is about, I think this is about 9 kilos. And then these ones, which are crawlers, these vines, they can grow up to 15 or 20 meters long. And I just call them Mediterranean bottlenecks. I haven't really found out the name. And just like one of my neighbors down the road gave me the seeds to this, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. It just kept growing and growing and growing. Uh, Started like I planted all these squashes around May, and then the Hokkaido, and then June, and then sort of going down into end of the summer. So end of August, it went behind the trees, and now in the last month it was growing another a meter a week, and it just kept growing. So it must have gone about 20 meters, some of them about 15, 20 meters long. And at the end part, it attached itself to some of the smaller olive trees behind the bigger trees that were down here. And it finally, when it attached itself, as it is grounded, the Hertz energy of the earth does its magic, and that it gives the plant energy to grow something. And then, yeah, it grew me like this. This is like 9 kilos. So I have 3 of these, which is all good. And then there's the squash and 2 Hokkaido. So this should last me a couple months, or if I can it or bottle it, or I just kind of leave it here on the counter. Since I don't have insulation in my house now, and the temperatures are going down, I can just kind of leave things on my counter. I've left squash here, and I've eaten squash in January, or like coming back from a Canadian vacation, and it was still good. So I never had anything to eat in the fridge, and I ate the squash. So that's a nice thing about having no insulation in your house, is that your temperature in your house kind of stays cool all day long. Okay. So I'm gonna just be making maybe some more cheese tonight. And then yesterday, if you are not on my private social media, I'll show you anyway. Is I made this here, which is it's a cinghiale lasagna. So in my backyard here, I have wild boar. They run around, and I have some kitchen scraps, vegetables and things for my cooking. And I just kind of go down there and I leave a little pile, and I wait for, in the early morning hours, like when the sun comes up or something, I just get out of bed and I kind of go down there to the scrap pile. And as I can see, like over the last couple of days, I see their hoof marks, and they all come out of the bushes there. And I just have some garden tool with me or something like that, and basically I just grab them by the tail with my hands. And some of them are very big. Some cinghiale here, they can be over 60 or 70 or 80 kilos. I've seen bigger ones, but the ones on my property, I think, are, and then now, because they all have the young ones, so I just grabbed about a young one that was about 30 kilos, and that's also in my freezer. So it is harvest time, and if you have not gone to get your meat or your winter foods ready, please try to do that. I hope I have inspired you to go outside and to do things on your own and to make something like this, cinghiale lasagna. Um, the video will be coming actually up very shortly, and I'm just making this new one. Probably by the time you have watched how to make the cinghiale lasagna, right? Then you probably will have watched this one then too. So thank you very much for all the people that have liked and subscribed and that watch my videos. And as things do wind down now in the summertime and sort of keep going down, I have more time to do some more filming, and now it's just cutting firewood and prepping some garden, doing some gardening work up here, and not having a very large summer garden because I've harvested and I've canned all this food. Oh, and then this was another one. I did 60, I think it was like 62 jars of this. So that's also down here. And then this is all of my tomatoes, my salsa tomatoes, which are like they're like the finger tomatoes. They look like long finger tomatoes, and they sort of have like they're long finger tomatoes, and those are the right ones you want to get. And then they're sort of a little bit of bumpy and then round. So those are the correct ones for making tomato sauce, which is nice. I have to be very careful about moving this around. And I just reused, I bought these ones in the grocery store, and these were like the 50-cent sauce where you can buy them in the grocery store here for 50 cents each. And then this was great. And I just harvested all my vegetables, my peppers, my melanzani, my other tomatoes, but the salsa tomatoes are here, and the squash, some of my herbs, but when you're canning, you have to be careful not to use too much basil, because basil will actually cause a lot of hydrogen and gases and things like that, and it will start to seep and explode. So I did put a little bit of pectin in each and every one of them, and it's been pretty stable on. So I did a little pre-experiment before making this, and I did a video of it and YouTube kicked it out, so because it was too long. But anyways, this is another thing I made, 62 bottles of this, and I'm just getting ready for winter, and now it's just cleaning my olive grove, and hopefully sometime I can get on to cutting more firewood and things like that. Okay, so again, thank you for those who have liked and subscribed. I hope I've inspired you again to go outside and to plant and grow your own food, and to do some canning, to do some harvesting, maybe go get a wild animal from my backyard, or you're welcome to come and visit, that's fine. And I will see you in the next one. So take care and bye for now.